Welcome, everybody, to the Street Angels Show. And we are here for another wonderful night, hopefully, of great conversation and fun new stuff for everybody to learn. It is officially showtime. Yay. So, my name is Mandelyn Reese. I'm known as the Street Angel. I've been running around the country with feathery angel wings all over public places in LA, Hollywood events, all kinds of airports around the country, and just spreading messages of universal humanitarian positive messages for unity and tolerance and anti-bullying. So, for instance, one of my posters is "Stop bullying, be kind." It's probably a little beat up from all of the activity, but don't worry, I'll have new ones. I'm always making new ones. So anyway, yeah, this is my 4th season of my talk show, and all my other seasons filmed in Hollywood all my shows are devoted to helping others. That has been the premise. Everything I pretty much do in this world has been to try to add positivity and help other people in their journey, in their life, in their relationships. And so I got in partnership with the Love Coach Academy this season, and getting in partnership with them, then the goal is to help people with relationships. This season is all about love and romance and self-love, acceptance, and different things and relating topics of that nature. And so today's topic is going to be love wisdom from a power couple. And I got together a couple that I go way back with several years. I met them around Hollywood events. And so basically it's Eric Zuley and his girlfriend, Queen, I should say, Dante Sears. And they're really an inspiring couple to me. And I've actually interviewed them before in my Hollywood studio season 3. But it was more of like individual interviews that I did of each of them on what they do, with Eric Zuley and his Easy Way Empire, and Dante with all her healing and metaphysical cool stuff. And so, but this time is different because I'm having them on as a couple, and we're talking about, what can they offer from their hearts for everybody for love and success in your life, and what have they learned as a partnership, as love beings, beloveds who can just share in this world. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them in now, and welcome, you guys.
Hey.
We're just sharing the show.
Yeah, we're trying to get all of our fans to come in and support you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you can do watch parties.
Thanks so much for having us on. We appreciate it. The Street Angel is so famous, guys. Oh. Like she is that center of attention. Like, all eyeballs go to her when there's an event. I mean, you got this girl that's wearing these angel wings with these incredible signs that are always different and always a different color, that has a positive message that really makes you wonder what it means.
Help others.
Yeah.
Be kind to each other. Yes, exactly.
We were actually saying, or I was asking Dante, I was like, do you remember how you met? Because I went to so many events. I pretty much saturated Hollywood in my angel outfits. And, I shape-shifted my outfits to go to whatever. I had to blend in to get to everybody in all types and forms of people. And so, do you remember how you met me?
Absolutely. I was just going to say that. I remember, I think the first time I saw you was actually literally right when I started working with the group I met you through, and it was at the Family Film Awards, I think, like that pre-event that they had. Yeah. And you were on the red carpet with your sign, and you showed up, and I was like, oh my gosh, somebody who actually has the same kind of mission that I have about helping each other, and she really gets it. So I loved how you were doing that, and I saw you at a few different events before we actually finally met. But I'd watch you and just see how dedicated you are to being the Street Angel, wearing your outfit, carrying your signs, and you were always so sweet and so kind. So I'm so glad that we finally got to know each other now, and look where we are.
I met you on a red carpet.
Yeah, do you remember which one?
I don't remember which one, but I do remember meeting you on a red carpet, and it was a very interesting way the cameras would not leave you alone. And I don't remember which event it was. There's too many of them. I mean, we go way back. We go back past 2015, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I met you in 2016.
Yeah, like something I really appreciated about Dante is you have this genuineness, both of you really. That's why I like you both especially as a couple, but individually is your genuineness, your kindness. Like you really do have this way of like you want to help others and network and like bring people in, and it's just I love what y'all do, and that's why I wanted to have you and you share your spirits and your wisdom because I think you're both very successful. So let me kind of go into how long have you been together for one?
4 years going on 5.
4 scores and 4 years now. Going on 5, yes, exactly.
So you must have got together right when I met you then? Like
I think I actually met you first. It was weird how everything came full circle because even the people that I met you through were the people who kept telling me about Eric and saying, you remind me of this guy. So it was weird. It took like 50 to 100 people to say, you need to talk to Eric Zuley before I did it.
They just knew you'd hit it off, huh? Like
everybody would say, you remind me of him. And I'm like, I remind you
Actually,
of a guy?
no, everybody was telling.
So I was so confused. So I was like, I don't want to call that guy.
Everybody was telling her to stay away from me.
Well, a couple people said stay away from him. Some said, oh, we don't talk about him. He's too good. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, he's too good. He's too good. So it was interesting. It took a little
of course
I
I'm
took
too
a
good.
roundabout way.
I got God guiding me, and everything I do is just anointed. The doors just keep opening up. So it's not me that's too good. It's him working through me.
Right.
I believe that
we actually had so many chances to meet. Even I was invited to an event by a friend, Danny Trejo, where he was getting some award, and I showed up late and I saw Eric there, and I was like, you know what, for once I'm not going to go talk to the
And
guy
I was
that
actually
I'm attracted
hosting
to.
the event.
And
I was
he
the star of the
there.
event.
And so I didn't meet him till like, I don't know, 2 years later. It was hilarious. But we were at the same place at the same time many times, and it just didn't happen.
So wait, Eric was the star of the event, but you didn't.
I was hosting the event.
Hosting
It was a very large celebrity football game, like a flag football game. I think I was hosting with
like 2014.
Kel Mitchell. You guys remember Keenan Kel? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That guy. And it was a really amazing cause for foster care. Yes. And that was where I met Edward James Olmos, I think.
And also, oh my gosh.
And Snoop Dogg was there.
The guy that was on my show, Kiss and Tell. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Ro Brooks?
Ro Brooks. Well, I was trying to think of the show. The Have and Have Nots.
The Have and Have Nots.
Ro Brooks from the Have and Have Nots. So I met Ro there, who Eric later brought onto my show. And I was like, I met you at the event. He was like, yeah, Eric was there.
Wow.
So it's just weird how all of these things just come full circle. I think
but then the beauty
it's
of
God, right? It's the universe. It's that energy.
The beauty of social media made it actually happen.
Yes.
Because we both are follow-uppers. Stop. Our fur kids are fighting.
They're flirting with each other right now.
So we both followed up, and we were both too proud to talk to each other. So like before that, we were talking on social media and going back and forth, and just finally we just got together on social media, started finally talking and getting to know each other for real.
So did you see each other physically at events like across the room or anything?
Okay, so Dante was like the heavy hitter that was working with an organization called the Ascent Expo. Okay, and he worked.
I was there.
Yeah, so
higher connection.
So the Ascent Expo, I was one of the owners on it. Basically, I was one of the main sections. We were doing the Easy Way Street, and it was like a 1-year plan for the Los Angeles Convention Center. And Dante was the one that they were telling her that she couldn't work with me. You can't talk to me, and all this.
He's
all
too
this
good.
Stuff. I'm too good. And
he'll put you on a contract. Don't do it,
because they knew that we were heavy hitters. They knew that if we got together, then they would lose. They don't want to lose the power. They want to lose us, So, and it was a huge event. We brought a lot of big booths and Oprah's people and Soul Train and all this stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But unfortunately, that wasn't where we met. But we kept like crossing each other's spiritual paths for a long time.
Yes.
Oh, do you remember who messaged who first by chance?
Yeah. So
And
So
that was an awesome event.
I messaged him after someone I was dating pulled over on the side of the road and goes, I can't take this anymore. You're supposed to be with this guy, Eric Zuley. And I'm like, I played stupid. I don't know who that is. And he pulls out the video and he shows it to me. This is the guy. This is the guy for you.
Who was it?
I will never tell.
A friend of yours who was like,
it was someone I was dating, and he was like, "You're not supposed to be with me. You're supposed to be with Eric Zuley."
He said that? Oh,
he literally pulled over on the side of the road and was like, "I can't take it anymore. I have to tell you this." And he was like, "This is the guy you're supposed to be with. I know it."
That's fascinating.
After like 50 people already kept saying, "You remind me of Eric Zuley. Do you know Eric Zuley? Do you know Eric Zuley?" And then finally this guy goes, "You're supposed to be with him. Like, in case you didn't get the signs, here's the sign."
Wow. So it's literally like everybody was shoving you together, and you finally listened and were like, okay, let's talk.
No, but she
I did a manifestation prayer, and then I ran away from the answer is what happened. And so everybody redirected me back to it.
I want to give credit to the live streaming because my dad always says that a person's eyes are the lamps to their soul. Mm-hmm. And so all this stuff kept happening, but she was avoiding me. She really didn't want, but there was a live stream that I did that she saw my soul in one of those live streams.
Yes.
And that's where we really connected because she followed up on that live stream. We started talking, we started making things happen from there. And I mean, we talked for a while on Facebook Messenger, and then
for 3 hours straight on Facebook. And he goes, "Do you want to have a conversation?"
My hands were hurting, my thumbs were hurting, they were cramping up.
So
I'm
then
like,
we
can
got
we just talk on the phone
for like 3 hours? I don't know. And then we're like, okay, so Valentine's Day is coming, and neither one of us had a date because we were too busy working. So we're like, do you want to go on a date on Valentine's Day?
And then we so I ended up getting sick.
Yeah.
The COVID virus got me. No, I'm kidding. But
pre-COVID.
I ended up getting sick, and I really liked her, talking to her on social media and talking to her finally on the phone, and I was like totally digging her spirit. But I was sick. I was like nose red, sick. Like wasn't sure if I should keep the date or not. But I prayed on it, and the street angel told me I should. No, I'm kidding. But I prayed on it, and I decided to go, and it was obvious that I was sick, but I wasn't like too sick. And I pumped so much vitamin C. I pumped like packets. I was like,
you're like, this is my I gotta make this happen.
And then we hit the movies, and it was a great date. We really hit it off and stuff. But then at the end, you want to tell them? Want to tell me, Ellen, or should I?
You tell.
Okay, so at the end, it just got to that point where you gotta kiss them goodbye, and because the date was great.
No, I don't kiss on the first date, but he lived really far away. Like, I lived in LA and he lives in Orange County, and I drove down to him because he was like, "Please, I really want to do it in Orange County." Then I was like,
"I don't." She wanted to kiss me the whole date. Come on.
So I went because something told me, you need to go for. So I went. And then when the date was over and we were walking away, I was like,
"Are you gonna kiss me?"
No, is that what happened?
Yeah,
did you say I was gonna kiss you?
No, I told her that I was sick, and that's why I didn't get. And I
think I said, "Aren't you gonna kiss me?"
She said it's worth the risk.
Oh, I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to leave without kissing me?"
That's love.
Because I was like, if there's not a real connection here, I'm not coming back. I'm kidding.
But I lived in Orange County. She lived way down.
That was like
in Los
so
Angeles.
far for me back then. Like that hour drive was like,
that's like an hour.
Another country. I didn't leave LA. So
Eric, you drove for an hour for your first date?
I drove.
No, she drove. She drove.
He was like, "I don't want to go to LA. We should do it in Orange County." And I was like, "I don't drive to
I had to hook up.
I was like, "I'm not gonna go."
I had to hook up. I got the better deal with where I live. I know everybody out here. Come on.
Wow.
And I'm glad he did, actually, because I love Orange County now. Like, he introduced me to a whole new world.
So did you kiss him?
Oh, I said, "Yeah, you don't want to leave without kissing me." And then he said, "Oh, I'm sick. I don't want to get you sick." And I was like, "I'm a healer. I don't care."
Yeah, my dad's a bad daddy. My dad got the kiss. Oh, yeah.
So he came and gave me a little mwah, and then that was it.
You were told, like, it was love? Like,
it was just like everything started changing, after that. And we just started hanging out more and more. And, we would just talk on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours, like, no matter what. We would just sit on the phone. Like, he'd go to the store and still be on the phone with me and would just be on the phone all the time with each other. So we're like, okay.
Relationships are like an alchemical blast.
Yes.
People's lives. Like, it isn't just your life. It literally affects everybody in your universe. It's like you have to start introducing each other to friends and family, and like careers get, everything it's just alchemy. It changes your whole life when you get in a partnership. So it's like you have to be aware of that.
Oh yeah, we definitely, we kind of like were seeing each other for a while before we actually decided, okay, let's make this official. Okay. So that was nice because we took the time to actually get to know each other instead of, a lot of people, they see chemistry, they just jump into a relationship and then you don't know that person. And then eventually that honeymoon wears off and now you've got a big problem. Whereas we kind of like got to know each other and developed a friendship and how we play together and hang out together before we even started working together or anything. We really just, cemented our friendship, which I think has really carried us through everything. The fact that we actually know each other. At the end of the day, I know him. I could be mad at him, but I know his heart. I know who he is. And I think when you know someone and you care about them, you love them, it's a different ball game.
It's all about the relationship. In business and personal, and it's all about the relationship, and that relationship manifests into so many different things. It's just a way of how you steer that relationship and where that connection comes in. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you just got to let God do his thing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been God. Definitely.
Well, and a baseline friendship is so vital, I think, for a really beautiful, supportive friendship. Like, you're going to go through a lot of things in life. And it's like having that baseline. You have to have chemistry for one. I've always said, like, the spark of chemistry is something you cannot buy. It's a priceless, magical thing. The fact, if two people come together in a relationship, it's like this magical thing where it's like, okay, both people are attracted to each other. Both people feel emotion for each other. Maybe they're both in a place where they choose each other. And that's where some things get really painful if people either aren't ready or they're in another situation or it's like, crazy. But the chemistry spark is vital. Like, it has to be there or it's not going to work.
Absolutely. And I think, like, if something is for you, then it's for you and it's not going to be for someone else. Like, if our hanging out together doesn't spark something that's like so magical that you feel like, I actually want to spend more and more time with this person, and I see it as a higher quality of other people to where there's a natural selection instead of like, oh, now we need to be in a relationship and now we need to do this and that. We're just blessed to be able to kind of have more of a, I guess it's kind of an old school natural flow.
That's good. So you're saying, like, when you came together, it did kind of flow, or was there hiccups, or did it just kind of work together like puzzle pieces coming together?
Oh, there's the hiccups. There's
in the beginning, there were some hiccups for sure. Like, I think Eric wasn't ready for a relationship when we first met.
Well, here's the thing. You've got two power players that want to be bosses. Okay, we
are bosses.
We are both bosses.
We are bosses.
In your own way.
And bosses butt heads. They want to take that throne, But we both have the throne. When we figured out that we both need to have the throne, you got the king and the queen.
Right.
Then it really started flowing.
And that's like, it goes back to even the Egyptians. They would build their couples, their empire. People were level. They sat. There wasn't one shorter than the other. It was like the woman and the man, the goddess, the god, divine masculine, divine feminine. They were equals. And so that's a cool thing for you to point out. It's like, yeah, you can have your difficulties, but you want that harmony. So what sorts of things have worked for you to be, in more harmony? What have you noticed works for you?
Oh, one thing
power of appreciation.
Power of appreciation?
The power of appreciation. The more you appreciate,
that's true,
and actually recognize and reciprocate those awesome things that your other half does, the other half's going to reciprocate. So I think when we both appreciate each other more, and the more and more we do that, the more and more it comes together. It's a business and personal relationship though, because Dante is the COO of my company. I'm partnered up with her company. Like we all work together with business, and sometimes the business can get in the way. It can become a speed bump of the personal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go ahead.
I was just
I know you're itching.
I was just agreeing with you. Like, yeah, that's a great point. Absolutely. I think that one thing that really helped us was to identify that we have different personalities when we're working from when we're doing relationship. So that I had to learn how to say, Eric, I love you, but I don't like work you, you know, and that's okay. Like, I love you. So when it's work you, I'm going to be over here unless we're working together, you know, and when you're done, then we'll do relationship. And I think that's been really helpful because it allows us to be each other. Like, one thing I never wanted to do was tell him who to be, you know, because of what I want. Like,
because it won't work.
I don't want to, it won't work. Like, well, it won't work because even if he does that, then I won't appreciate him for who he is because he'll have lost that solidity, you know, that organicness that he is. So one thing I learned is to just say, okay, I hate the behavior, but I love you. And here's where I am.
And if your other half doesn't necessarily appreciate who you really are, then that's not the right half.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get another piece of the pie.
Yeah.
You know, and they may not love exactly what you do, but they have to love you and
respect.
And and want to see you have your best.
Of course.
That was crazy. Lights out. So you missed it. Papa Zuley was over here taking pictures of us. He set up the lights and everything. And then he left and the lights just went out.
Oh, wow. That's funny. I thought I saw a camera flash. I was like, you got paparazzi up in there already?
He's showing up here. You know, he's such a wonderful support. He really is. He's like working behind the scenes to make sure everything works. So I think we might have blew a fuse.
Oh, no. Well, y'all did great with the microphoning and everything. So.
Oh, awesome. Eric did that. He's really great at that.
Well, there we go. Nice. That's the funny thing about being live is you literally are like live and you just got to roll with whatever happens. And
it's the best training ever, I think, because, you know, you just learn like, oh, it's just about being present.
Yep. My whole dang life has been going with the flow and literally winging it.
So that's what you do when you're on stage, when you're on a show. You know, that was part of the show. We were just checking to see if you guys were watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just keep
you say, like, you know, just be yourselves and like you love each other for who each other are.
So you always have to be your own leader. Don't be a follower. You can absorb and you can adopt strategies and things like that, but you always have to be you. You always have to do you. You always have to let your other half
be them.
Yes. And the second you try to start changing them, and you can make your suggestions and obviously try to enhance. Like, for instance, I'm wearing my Boo's shirt that she got me for Christmas, and I don't wear purple. That's not my color, but my Boo gave it to me, and so
it kind of matches her dress a little bit. Like, honestly,
I'm like, we kind of match, and I love it.
And,
it's nice.
I'm wearing the color of his eyes, and he's wearing the color that complements mine.
That's another thing too. Is we always finish each other's sentences. We always know exactly what each other's thinking
all the time.
Every time,
it's like maddening.
It's scary.
Think something, and then I'll be like about to say it, and he'll say it. It's literally like we communicate telekinetically, where it's like I just see the energy and what he's thinking, and it's just there. So there's always this conversation that we're having that we're not having, you know, vocally.
She's thinking right now when I'm going to bring up my clients and the product placement in the show.
I was like bracing myself for when that was going to start. I'm like, we're trying to give him room to talk about what he wants to do. Absolutely.
That's hilarious. Well, what sorts of activities help to bring you closer or strengthen your bond?
Money. I'm just kidding.
Well, money helps for sure. Well, I think that obviously having
intimacy, you know,
stop, get out of my head. This is what I was going to say.
If that's not the first thing you say, then something's wrong, right?
Should I say affection? And he was like, intimacy. And that was the word. I was like, intimacy, or should I say affection? He goes, intimacy. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, you know, when they're on the computer, you know, go behind them and give them a massage and kiss their neck a little bit and say, hey, you know I've been working hard, but I've been thinking about you. You know, just they want to know that you love them and you're thinking about it. You could be in tornado land, you know, and just make sure you're blowing them a kiss as you're spinning around, you know.
Exactly.
So it's just making sure that, like I said, the power of appreciation. People want to feel appreciated in business and personal.
I think that goes back to love language too. One of the things that I did do was our love language test in the beginning. So I knew what Eric's love languages are and what mine are. So then, I communicated to him what those were, and eventually he figured it out.
I want water. I'm going to go get some water now. You just told, thank you.
It's so important to have water.
Your mouth will just totally go dry.
Yeah.
I communicated the love languages, and I think, like when they talk about like your love tank being full or empty, if you know what your partner needs to feel fulfilled, then the sooner you give it to them, the better that is for everyone. So I think like even when you're busy, it's important to just think, okay, what's my partner's, love language? It's words of affirmation or physical touch, and make sure that you actually do that, or, whatever it is that makes them feel loved and nurtured. That just empowers the entire situation and makes it better for both of you.
In business and personal, do the best you can to put them first before you. And believe me, that was really tough for me to say, and really tough for me to learn. But when I started empowering everybody else, and when I started trying to, you guys will notice a lot of what we do. You'll see Dante on. You'll see Dante involved with. You'll see Dante supported. You'll see her logo on everything we have, because I want to see her flourish. I truly, from my heart, want to see her grow and see her do her dream. Her dream is to do the same thing, empower people in a natural perspective, and do real estate and stuff like that. And so, just always put them first, and you'll always win.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you feel that way too, Dante?
Absolutely. I think it's important to encourage each other. As I said before, there may be things that I'm like not thrilled about, but if I know that that's his dream, I want to support him in that. And I want him to know, hey, and I think even like when it's something that he knows I don't want, but I'm still supporting him, I think he knows even more that I care about him, because I'm saying, I know this is your dream and I'm supporting you, and I want you to know that, I'm proud of you. And just speaking those things into each other is so important.
Here's a little tip for your audience. You guys notice right now, if you watch on camera, I'm putting her first right now. That's why I backed up, and I'm letting her take the spotlight. I'm letting her be. No, stay up.
We're supposed to both sit up.
I'll get back up, but I'm
bigger than you.
Oh, you more beautiful.
To stretch your spine and move around.
And just do it inconspicuously. And they recognize it. The supporters recognize it too, and you're going to see a lot of cool stuff happen with me and Dante as a power couple. We got a lot of great surprises. Our Easy Way Awards. By the way, if anybody out there wants to get Dante's award, she has the Heartpreneurs Award, and she's got some amazing nominees that have submitted. We're being very selective, but we're going to do our big award show on September 26th.
If you know any major heartpreneurs, people that really put their heart out there to help people, message me.
You got Dante Bella right here. You see, if you see, I'm
Dante Bella jewelry. I love that actually. Eric always wears my jewelry, which I make for him to help support his health, his confidence, and also looks sharp.
I love it. His necklaces are awesome.
All therapeutic jewelry.
And you need it too, because 5G will kill you otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, he sleeps in his jewelry.
I'm just joking. Don't sue me for saying that.
Yeah, he sleeps in his jewelry though, and so he has less problems with like the 5G EMF stuff. Whereas me, I take it off when I sleep, and I notice that I'll be just totally off until I put them back on. So he's actually better about it than I am. He wears them non-stop
all over him.
Oh, I'm covered.
Yes. I got more necklaces, and I love that he's so
I'm not
supportive.
even joking. I got necklaces galore. Watch, I'm like a magic hat. They just keep coming.
Something I want to say is, you've been pretty great of weathering the storm of Hollywood. That is a challenging city. It's a challenging environment.
Woo, you can say that again.
Especially if you're trying to have a love relationship. Have you ever had weird little demons try to come break you up? And
honestly, that
you just opened Pandora's box.
Opened Pandora's box. That has probably been like 90% of the challenges in our relationship. Just because for me as a woman growing up in the industry, you know, I've been in the industry since I was 5 years old. I can see it coming. And Eric, you know, he's like Mr. Humanitarian, wants to help everybody, and he won't see it. And so then it's like, oh, you're being jealous and stuff. And I'm like, I am not being jealous. Like, this is a demon coming to kill, steal, and destroy. Yeah. And that was very, very, very challenging for me. Because, you know, the Hollywood thing is to put me out like I'm this jealous person when I'm trying to protect our relationship from people who don't even want him. They just want to take something from us that they see that they have. And actually, it's happened on both sides. I've had people that, you know, come alongside me as a friend and then just start trashing Eric. And I'd be like, you know, it took me a while to realize, oh, I don't get to see all of Eric's broadcasts, but this person who's calling themselves my friend is like watching all of his broadcasts, digesting all of his stuff, and then coming to me and saying he's doing all this stuff, right? So it took some time. I think for me personally, one thing I was attracted to Eric about is that I have had haters my whole life, like my whole life, like teachers, parents, everything, like just horrible. And so I think I was attracted to the fact that Eric has also dealt with the same thing. And I felt like finally someone who gets it, because some people will think that, you know, oh, you're being full of yourself, or no, it's you and stuff. And it's like, no, there's just some people that are not empowered themselves. And so they feel that they have to take from other people to get what they need. And like, it's a big world. You don't need to take anyone's anything. So that's just been something that, you know, has definitely been a storm to weather, especially when we have a company of people and we have people that have been hired that become the grenades.
Infiltrators.
Yeah, infiltrators, and, you know, friend up all of our staff and then make me look like the bad guy. I've had all of that, Mandelyn, and
I believe it.
Challenging.
I hardly ever took a date with me to events in Hollywood, but hardly, like the couple little times that I did, it's like it was almost like that energy of what I had attracted these like demon people. And I say demon because it was suspect energy. Like they're like, I mean, I had some weird
destroy. They're coming to kill, steal, or destroy. That's how you know that it's a demonic energy. They don't even want what you have. They just don't want you to have it.
Yeah, like I would have people just try to like either come hit on me right in front of my date, like disgustingly, or like girls would come up and like dance up all over my date or something.
Like, where are these people when you come by yourself, right? Where are they?
It was so weird. And so
where are all these women when Eric was alone for like years in the industry? Like, where were they? But then as soon as I come around, all of a sudden they're like, hi, oh, I want to compete. Like,
it's almost like the love attracts them. I think Hollywood's a very loveless place. It's kind of lonely. There's a lot of single people, like very concentrated amount of single people, and it's like weird when people are in coupleship, suddenly everyone's attracted, and it's weird.
Hollywood is right in the center of the barrel of the beast,
right? And it's not about being single, it's about getting things.
The world of the demonic and weird, but it's the world of the weird. But there's also a lot of real good people. By the way, shout outs to Fizz Anthony. I see you, brother. Fizz is telling you to play us the Street Angel song.
What, you have a Street Angel?
Oh, yes, I was actually looking for it in my computer, but then I was like, oh my gosh, it's already time to go live, and I didn't get a chance to pull it up. But yes, I need to find it and play it.
I guess you're gonna have to sing it.
Well, we'll have to. Well, as you're looking for it, we'll give you guys a little performance. We'll do the roll the easy way.
Yeah, actually,
isn't that the?
You mean
life
like
is hard. You're supposed to go, I roll the easy way. I'll say life is hard. Life is hard.
That's why I roll the easy way.
Life is hard.
That's why I roll the easy way.
Now we see. But I as she's still looking.
Here it is. Can you hear it?
Yeah. There you go.
Let's dance. This is for you, Fizz.
This is so Fizz too. Turn it up.
Turn it up. Where'd it go?
We can't hear it.
You got to put it closer to your microphone. Put your microphone closer to the speakers.
I don't know how to make it louder.
Open up your side for the world to see.
Could you hear it enough?
Yeah, cool.
Shout out to Fizz Dante, one of our Easy Way family members. I had him on my show. He got a great response and awesome guy.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Shrew for making us some Easy Way jingles, right?
Oh yeah, Schroeder's amazing. Shout out to all the Easy Way family that do music. Andrew Lane, Gary Miller, Kevin Dorsey, Shane Spar, everybody.
Yeah, I really am grateful that Fizz made that song to help my angel project out, and so yeah, shout out to him. Thanks for watching the show and tuning in and supporting all of us. Like, Fizz is an angel too.
I didn't realize it was actually Fizz.
Yeah, unfortunately, I actually have a lot of my fans commenting on mine that I shared, but it's not coming up on your feed. Yeah, no, I have like a bunch of people watching right now, but they're trying to show out.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Thank you for watching. So I was gonna ask, I wanted to briefly talk about the love languages one more time, like on my end, because you mentioned it, and I think that's really good information for people. I recommend everybody research love languages. You can Google it. You can take free little surveys or quizzes or couples quizzes on the internet and find out what. So love languages, like, how do you feel? What makes you feel loved? What different actions? They say that there's 5, but I think there's actually more than 5. I won't go into that, but the primary 5, like acts of service, affection, gifts, and words of affirmation, quality time.
Physical touch. Did you say physical touch?
I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I did. That's like the first one.
That is so essential for any relationship, not just love, like not just romantic relationship. Any relationship you have to do this test, because as they were explaining, I actually read the book, and he talked about how you could have a child whose parent tells them every day, I love you, I love you, I love you, and it does all these things for them, and the kid goes to the psychologist and says, I don't feel loved. And the parent's like, why don't they feel loved? I do this. And it's because that child's idea of love is quality time, or physical touch. And that parent might be speaking in their own love language, buying them gifts and, empowering them. And none of that is reaching the child because that is not their love language. So, or it's not one of their primary ones, which is the most important, because those are the ones that make you feel filled.
Right, and that's why it's important for people, and if they're getting into a partnership, to research that and find out what are your partners and what are yours, and then tell each other so that you make sure that you feel loved and supported in the ways that they need. And I think if people aren't aware of that, they don't have that cognizance of that, then they're going to be having weird difficulties in their relationship and arguments that they're not going to understand, until they actually learn about the love languages. And then they're like, oh, no wonder, like, my partner's like this. They need that instead of that, or they need more of that and less of that, or something like that. So I just wanted to touch on that.
Some guy told me recently, he's like, there's a 6th love language. And I was like, I don't think so. And he said, oh, yes, it's called security. Some women, it doesn't matter what you do. If you don't provide that, that's not meeting their love language. And I was like, interesting. And you brought up some other ones, that, what do you think are the other love languages?
Well, this is going to be bizarre, but I think some people respond to pain. I know that's strange, but there's that whole BDSM community. And I think that some people, maybe, I don't know if it's their upbringing or what, but some people need to be like abused or hurt to feel loved. And that's something that probably they wouldn't talk about on the love languages website, but from knowing enough people,
negative love language.
It depends on who you are and how you look at it. I mean, I'm not in one of those shades of people, but I've met a lot of those people. And so
you need to go through certain experiences to grow and to learn. And sometimes people want to go through those harder experiences. Sometimes they need it. Yeah, they're searching for it, and then it's like a fix. Once they get it, then they can be happy because they're not happy with themselves. So be happy with yourselves. God loves you. That's all you need.
Yeah, there you go. And so that's something I wanted to add. Like, that's a beautiful quote. Like, if our partner ever falls short of loving us, like, there's God's love. God can love us unconditionally, Love and accept unconditionally, forgive unconditionally. What you rocking? Oh, nice. And that's also something I really connected with you guys. Like, you have this light, this, you have I hope a protection of angels with you guys, and with you moving around doing what you do, and the location.
We have so many prayer warriors that are praying for us almost every day. I mean, we have demonic black magic people that do weird stuff. The weirdest stuff will happen to us, Mandelyn. The weirdest stuff, because we are proud and we're loud about God and about Jesus Christ and who we love and what it is. And no matter what people say to us or what they think, we are very proud and happy, and we're going to continue to be so. And Hollywood and a lot of people don't like that, and they don't like when you don't listen to them. But like I said, you just need to kind of do yourself. Like, I mean, I don't want to get into politics and stuff, but the coronavirus thing and the media stuff or whatever, and they want to make everybody a media puppet. And me and Dante are sitting there like telling everybody, no, don't be your own person and do your own research. And like, we're fighting the good fight.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I think it's a good one too, to be united with your partner on things. I think that's a really big one.
Yeah, like agree on some really big issues, basically, because otherwise you could be fighting about really big issues. I mean, you can still love somebody and disagree on this and that, but it definitely is harder in a partnership if you are on opposite ends of the spectrum on certain very big issues. I can see that being a challenge for people. But yeah, I agree with you. Is that something that helps bring you closer? Is, you agree on a lot of things and morals and different stuff like that.
It starts from faith, morals, and ethics. As long as you have that, then everything else can be directed.
I feel like I should sit back too.
Hey, be comfortable. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm comfortable. Yeah, I'm chilling.
I think it's important that you grow together. It's very important that you grow together. I think that when we first started, we had very similar goals. I was focused on a part of my goals that was very, very similar to Eric's. But then as time went on, I started to find the difference in those things. And I think that the most important thing was when we found out how we can still support each other in our different goals, and just, where we can find our commonality and really, I don't know what the word is, like, but just really support each other in a way that's visual and verbal. Like, the whole 5G thing for me, being a wellness doctor, researching that stuff many years before it happened, and then seeing this, Eric wasn't informed on that stuff. And so, I had to inform him, and that wasn't the easiest thing because everyone around us had different opinions. So I think one of the most beautiful things that he did was that he started to like really listen to me and say, okay, this is important to you, and started to, pay attention to it. And when he actually could see the world in a similar view as me, that, he's aware, I felt much more, much more supported and much more bonded to him. Like, okay, this is how you can really grow a life together when, you can't be separate on all these things and just, like it's got to be back to back a little bit. Like, I don't want to say like us against the world, because we're not against the world, but if the world is against you, the two of you should at least be able to like present some sort of a supportive front together.
Yeah, unified front. Like, we're in this together.
Yes. Right. Even if we don't agree on it, but just having that support and respect for each other is like so important.
Yeah. I knew about the 4G and 5G and how bad it was. What I didn't know was how to actually protect yourself from it, and all the things, and how important shungite is. And
I was gonna say shungite. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're a fellow stone lover. That's right.
I'm on your wavelength right now.
I just want to show you guys this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's all his
9
5G protection.
Are all 5G protections.
What do you think I have in my water bottle? I have a shungite rock.
Love.
Oh, there you go.
And I have the shungite necklace that I made for Dante Bella. I had just one piece, and after going under some of those high transmission lines, I was like, it's hurting over my heart. Like, it felt like something was like pulling like my heart out with a string. So I put 2 more on over my heart, over my heart and chest, and now I'm not affected when I go outside.
That's creepy that it could do that.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm trying to get you a necklace,
in my head and in my heart.
Trying to get you a necklace, Mandelyn, because I'm like whispering to her. You should get. So this is like an idea. I mean, her stuff is really nice. You guys should go to DanteBella.com, and it's a way to be fashionably precise.
Hey, I have an idea for you, Dante.
So I make the stone jewelry where it's actually something you can wear to work or to a fancy event. You know, a lot of it is very like
Goddess.
A lot of it is like very like, you know, what's the word? Woodstocky, you know, like hippie style. And so I wanted to make it where it's something you could wear to work or on a date or when you're a speaker so that you could still take that with you. Because I was always like hiding my stones whenever I had a fancy event, like in my pocket, in my bra, you know, I was like, I need the stones. And they were just all over me. And I was like, there has to be a better way to do this. So that's how I
can make a shungite crown.
I so want to.
You gotta tell me how you got that shungite rock in that little ass bottle.
Yeah.
It's a big bottle, man.
Something like that.
Well, the trick is you buy the fruit diffuser bottles, and instead of putting fruit in there, I put crystals.
Does it open from the bottom?
Small rock or a big rock?
It's about like that big.
It's a long, skinny one.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I mean,
I thought it was like a big rock in the bottle. I'm
like,
like,
how did you get it in there?
So the pink thing screws open, and you can put fruit, but I put crystals.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
And you drop it in there, and then fill it with water or whatever. I mean.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just got some shungite powder for lotions and stuff. I can't wait to start using it.
They do make powder now?
Oh yeah, you can put it in your makeup, everything.
They're putting it in clothing.
Oh yeah, they have not shungite, but they have EMF underwear, drapes, everything like that protects you.
I want to do shungite hats.
And maybe we should have
shungite on my hat.
Oh, that would be cool. Do like little pieces of shungite around in a crown inside your hat.
That's in my brain, but that's what's gonna happen.
Quick question.
Easy way. Don't touch it. Okay. All right.
That's it. We came up with a genius idea.
It always happens that way, doesn't it? That's what happens.
Well, so what helps you overcome past arguments or fights or disagreements? I mean, you don't have to tell the story, but didn't y'all have a brief separation back in the day? And then you got back together?
Oh, she did a research. You want to know what got us back together? What got us back together? Well, there's a lot of things that got us back together because we really do love each other. Like, they always say, like, if you really love somebody, let it go, see if it comes back. But Hopper, my dog, was barking her name. You know what I mean? She was barking her name, and we were together for a while, and all of a sudden, just like she started, and maybe it was me, maybe I just imagined it, but I could have swore, you know what I mean? Like,
you literally texted me that Hopper just barked your name. But the funny thing is that I was on a first class flight and they gave me a bag that says Hopper on it. And so I took a picture of him and sent it to him. And so, you know, and then the next thing you know, he's like, the dog barked your name. And I'm like, oh, you just want to call me.
Okay, we're talking about my dog, and now her dog's getting jealous. She's like, hey, what about me?
What about me?
So
that's
cute.
So funny.
Those are our fur kids.
Basically, you just wake up and love each other again.
I want to say that, you know, the first time we broke up, I did something different that I never did before. You know, when we broke up, and this was like a kind of a testament of our love, I didn't say, oh, you did this and you did this and you did that and da 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 da. I focused on him and like just how I saw, you know, what was best for him. And I never made it about like, you're bad or you're horrible or anything. It was all love. And so I think that, you know, we just always moved on that foot of like love and care. So even, you know, someone had threatened Eric to me and I had messaged him like, these people are threatening you. So it's like, even that brought us back together because of that love that we have for each other of just, you know, like nobody's going to hurt Eric, like not while I'm around, you know, because that's your person.
Right.
And then he disappeared on the internet. We never heard from him again after that threat.
You gotta have each other's backs. I mean, seriously, that's nice.
Well, I'm always massaging her angel wings.
Oh yeah, he always uses my angel wings.
I said I'm always massaging her angel wings.
Oh
yeah. We released his wings.
I negotiated with God. You know, God can't have her back.
do y'all try? Do you got individual healing sessions or counseling?
She's
Do you ever
amazing.
try that stuff?
Let me tell you guys something. Dante is amazing at what she does. She can hypnotize you and find out whatever your problem is, and do her essential oil magic and her massage and stuff and everything that she does. Well, the massage is me. That's exclusive.
No, that's exclusive. Thank you.
But
I don't do massage.
the essential oil thing and the way that she hypnotizes you and finds out really that inner child and where your pain really is and where it started from and stuff, and how to make your mind like think in a way to where, because your mind creates the pain. Your mind controls everything. And what she does and how she knows how to be a hypnotherapist and everything that she's very good. I've had health issues, and I'm not going to go into all of them, but I'm actually dealing with some health issues right now because of 5G and sitting too much. And she did, this is pretty crazy and true. If you know, right now I'm sitting down, and normally after sitting this long, my legs would start tingling a little bit and my feet would bother me and stuff, because I've sat for 14 hours straight for 20 years. Not a smart idea. Don't do that. Make sure you walk every day. And right now I'm fine. I feel nothing. I'm good. And she did a treatment on me yesterday. So if you guys need any healing, if you're dealing with anything, it doesn't matter what it is, especially diseases in any way, definitely need to hit Dante up. She's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Do you do these remotely since COVID's happening, like over the phone, or how do you do it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually, at first I started with in person, and I found that it's much more effective over the phone and the computer. So now I work with people in all countries, states, cities, and we work, through Skype or on the phone. And it's just very simple. The root of every disease is in the mind. That's where it starts, and it's actually rooted in your childhood. So I've been so privileged to have people that come to me with like multiple diagnoses, multiple terminal diagnoses, and their doctor's like, there's nothing we can do for you, and all I do is talk to them and find out where they put their finger on the kill switch, and the diseases go away because your immune system is the cure.
Right.
And so what we have to do is get rid of the thing that's disabling the immune system. It boots back on, it kicks out all disease. I
apologize for looking down as much as I'm looking down, guys, but I am running a company with 5 channels and like 300 something members. So I got to try to do the best I can.
You got to hustle. Well, thank you for your time. I still have a few more questions.
I have been sharing. I'm also talking to the fans, and I'm multitasking for sure. But
there you go.
I just didn't want to be rude to the audience or you, so I don't mean to keep looking down. But
yeah, I was sharing the podcast too. We want to.
I mean, I 10 people watching, I believe right now. I think you probably got about 10. So
sweet.
But this is.
What did you say? You had some more questions?
Go ahead. Yeah, we're
open. A couple more. What love lessons do you feel that you've learned so far with each other?
Ladies first. You want to answer me?
Yes. Love lessons. That's a good one. Well, I think one of the most important ones is like, it's no one's like when something goes wrong, it's not your fault or my fault. Like, let's not look for fault. Let's look for the answer, the solution, because, at the end of the day, it's about chemistry. So that's helped me a lot. And also just to laugh. Like sometimes we'll argue and our arguments will end in laughter. Like a lot of times we'll just laugh at ourselves, like we both have like personality of like attorneys. We both want to win, we both have something to say. And at the end of the day, we're like, okay, like just, okay, ha ha ha. And Eric's been really good about that. Actually, he made this rule in the beginning of our relationship that was really wise. And he said, no matter what happens, I want us to always talk about it. Like, no matter what, let's talk about it. Like, let's talk, And so that's really helped us to just be able to, say things, even if we don't know the answer yet.
Communication is key. And notice how the Street Angel's doing what I'm doing now. Like, okay, if you're going to be on my phone, I'm going to be on my phone.
Oh, I'm taking notes on what you're saying.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
And then the other thing, if you guys don't have pets, make sure you get pets, because these two, our fur kids, have kept us together.
Oh my gosh, our dogs.
Yeah.
Our baby angels.
They will not let us go apart.
Oh yeah.
They will literally talk to you. They will give you the most sad puppy dog eyes. They'll like lick your feet. They'll do anything they can.
Oh yes.
To make sure. And then this one here, Rico, will literally bite you if you are fighting. if there's a little bit of fighting, I've been bit in my ankle, and he protects mom. He protects mommy for sure.
No, but sometimes he'll get on Eric's side and bark at me like, "You stop yelling at daddy," you know. He'll get on whoever's side, like, because he spends a lot of time with Eric in his office. So then when he's like, "No, you're wrong. Leave him alone. He's working hard." Like, he'll tell me like, "Leave him alone." I'm like, okay. And also, the funny thing is, every day, if we don't spend time together, like, because we're both busy in our offices on opposite sides of the house, my dog Rico will come and either herd Eric, like, come on, and bring him to me. And then he will sit there and whine and cry around us until we like kiss and hug and spend some time together. And he will not leave us alone until we do that. It's really cute. Like, make sure that we spend time together. It's really cute. Yeah.
Hopper will do the same thing. It's just more of an aggressive manner.
His dog.
And then, but Hopper's smarter. She'll ask for a treat afterwards, and then Rico will go, "Oh yeah, a treat. I forgot about treat."
I love
and his dog will like make sure that I put her to bed every night, or that he puts her to bed every night, like a baby. Like, she'll come to our room like, "Aren't you gonna put me to bed, Mom?"
We're actually thinking about doing a really cool reality show on my network, where we will both be doing the voiceovers of our dogs, and we will be shooting our dogs doing the most funniest stuff. I mean, our dogs are totally a reality show. We'll make them stars, and I talk like this, do my dog's voice or whatever, and make the voice, and she'll do her voice, and we play around with it. But it actually is really entertaining. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna make her do it. We're gonna put it out.
I actually do it.
Adventures of Hopper and Rico.
I translate for my dog all day.
I think that's cute. Okay, next question. What is the biggest golden nugget of love wisdom that you can share to others? Like the number one, like golden nugget.
Definitely give each other the spotlight. Definitely.
He said one. She said one. Sorry.
I can go on and on.
Oh, I like it.
That's mine. Go ahead.
You can each share one if you want.
One each.
Communication, I think, is key. You know, at the end of the day, you got to be friends, and you have to be able to talk about the good stuff, the bad, the hard, whatever, and to listen.
And then I got to say this:
with your heart.
Make sure you can hold it down intimately. That's important.
Yeah, it really is important. I mean, that's like your basic foundation for connection on energetic level, right? I mean, sex. Just so everybody's clear, right? Is that what we're talking about?
I think so.
And actually, if you guys really want to know a lot of the story that we're not telling you guys right now, you got to get my book.
Oh, yeah.
Dante is in the book, and she tells a lot about
the story, how we met.
The story, a lot of the stuff we haven't told you guys yet, and how to create an influence effect. And it's really, really interesting, and gives you a lot of different stories of a lot of people that are in the Eastway family. So
nice.
Just wanted to let you guys know.
My daddy's book.
Oh, there it is.
Which one's that one?
Rico Suave.
Rico.
Aww.
And it's funny because, did you notice? I don't know if you guys heard him, but he was like, "Yo, hey, pick me up. I want to be in the spotlight."
Yeah.
Now notice how he's happy. He's not whining anymore.
He wanted camera time.
Oh, he's adorable, so he's welcome. Last question. Do you have any future plans, like kids or marriage or whatever? I had to ask.
I'm going to let you take this one, baby.
Of course we do. Yeah. I mean, don't know when we're going to be able to go out without a diaper on our face.
Yeah.
So probably not around those times, but right. Yeah, of course, the future is to have the white picket fence and a mansion and all that type of stuff, and have kids and a great family and you know, but the world's in chaos right now. We need to fix the world before we can think that.
Exactly. That's our focus has been like, okay, do we really want to bring kids into this? And they're talking about, you know, mandatory vaccines and all this, and it's like, you know, I'm going to be protecting my baby, so. You know, we're waiting to see what the world is going to do and how we can make changes first, because you got to prepare the nest, right? So we're preparing the nest. We're preparing the whole world for our kids.
Right, and that's smart. I feel the same way. I'm just like, do I want to bring a child into this world right now as it is? It's kind of a disaster, and it's something to think about. But I meant
world is our baby.
Huh?
The world is our baby, Mandelyn. The world is our baby right now, right? The world is your baby. The world is my baby. The world is Eric's baby, right? We have to take care of the world first.
Yeah. Okay, so I meant to do this way in the beginning of the show, but we went off on a tangent and never got back to it. I wanted to give you guys each like a minute or two to give yourselves a bio. What do you do? And because, you talk about your Easy Way Empire, and Dante, you talk about your stuff. Like, how can you wrap it up into a quick bio on what you can offer the world, or what do you do?
Absolutely. Well, I'm a multipreneur and a business coach. I help people to transform their business into profitable brands, and I help entrepreneurs to go from entrepreneur to business owner so that they can actually have something that's an asset instead of owning a job. So I help people from everything from forming their nonprofits to forming their business documents, and also have a foundation called World Prosperity Network, where we focus on creating solutions for the world. We have a really cool project coming up called Project Thrive, where we're creating a place for like-minded people to get together, work together, and fix the world together. And you can check that out on projectthrive.us. So we're actually launching a crowdfund for that internationally in the next couple months here, but the website's up now.
And if you guys want to know anything about Easy Way, you can text Easy Way, letter E, letter Z, WAY, to the number 55678. That's get a hold of me or Dante. We specialize in making you an authority on a third-party perspective online. We have multiple ways of doing that. We have television stations. We're actually going to be launching James Dentley's television network at our Easy Way Awards Golden Gala. Billionaires Elite Television Network. We just launched Best You TV on Roku, Apple, and Amazon. We're building multiple channels and giving people the vehicle to monetize the monitor and the microphone. And what I do personally is I love to help connect people to really, really big people. So I decided to not do that myself anymore and create a social network called the Easy Way Wall of Fame. So letter E, letter Z, WAY, wall.com. And you can connect with the best of the best, relieve your stress, and deal with the elite and not have to worry about the quantity, really, because the quality can get you the quantity. And we actually have a really big award show coming up, which I think we might nominate you for, Mandelyn. We're going to have to talk a little bit offline. But we did this last year, and we had a sold-out event. And we actually honored Sharon Lechter from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Frank Shankwitz, creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, James Dentley, which is one of our clients now, which is a mentor and a guru in business and speaking.
Kate Linder from Young and the Restless.
Yeah, Kate Linder from Young and the Restless. And multiple
Dr.
other
Dante
entrepreneurs.
Sears.
Dr. Dante Sears, as I told you guys earlier, she has a Legends Award. And, the biggest thing we do, we've been doing it for a long time. We've been doing events, and we've been changing people's lives at those events. We've done over 450 events, raised over $13 million or so in charity within a 20-year span. And now we're getting ready to do that completely virtual. So we are your best go-to to turn your event virtual onto television. Because if you're at an event, you get 500 people, 100 people, 10,000 people if you're lucky. On television, you get 40 million people if you advertise on Roku. We actually have a client and a really great case study. They made a lot of money. They had 300 something speakers, and it was the most incredible thing ever. Now everybody wants to be on their next event, their next stage. They're trying to pay money. They're trying to get in line to pay money, and so we help to basically transition you from brick and mortar to broadcast. That's one of our biggest specialties right now.
Awesome. And I can vouch that your events are pretty awesome. Like, a lot of people, good connecting, like, you don't mess around, you're very business minded, but you're also genuine and fun, and it's just good stuff, good networking, good everything. So, and
just for that, I'm going to take this show and I'm going to put it all over Roku, Apple, and Amazon, and all of our distribution, and our big new Viacom Comcast deal, and even Speakers TV. If you ever want to get on that stage, you're going to see Dante on there. We've actually gotten permission from like 50 of the biggest speakers in the industry that have said, yeah, sure, go ahead and take our content from YouTube. Go ahead and take the content that nobody knows about. I mean, these are the biggest. So we got some pretty awesome things coming up, and educational golden nuggets that people need, because there is no more school anymore. Everything's online, everything's on mobile. There's no more education. So you got to go to Easy Way Network, Easy Way TV, and you'll see all the experts that we have. In fact, Dante had an amazing idea, which is an Easy Way Experts program. So we're working on courses and things like that, to where we can edify the experts. We can help to empower the experts. My specialty is making you shine online, making you a star on the internet, and then making people come to you, you not come to them. Your actual market, the market that wants to spend money with you, as well as actually showing you how to be right on camera when you're streaming. Like what you're doing right now, I could show you 50 other ways of how to make money as you're doing it. I probably could have got you 10 grand before you even started. And I've been doing it for 20 years and I've been proving that model.
I could use the help, I'll be honest. Like I just know that I enjoy doing this show and helping others. The whole point of the show has always been, if you watch any of my other 3 seasons in Hollywood, I always say in the beginning of the show, I've devoted my show to helping others. So my whole mission and everything I've been doing is just to help. And I want to thank you for supporting my mission. You have invited me to stuff. You've included me in groups. You've done things to help me. And I appreciate that about both of you. And thank you for being friends. And
well, wait until you go on the Wall of Fame, Mandelyn. We're still waiting on you. You know, and then if I may, I do want to plug my book one more time. This is coming out, and Sharon Lecter from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Frank Shankwitz, creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, James Dentley, Kate Linder, all these amazing influencers are giving you the most awesome golden nuggets. But it's actually telling you the story of how I stepped from each stone to a level of success and self-built that, and how I got these people to support me, because I am as good as the people that you are, only as good as the support that you surround yourself with and the people that you can actually, get to believe in you. And I think because of God, because of being a real person, because of Dante, because of the Easyway family, I talk about all those reasons that I think help me network my way to a different level of success each and every time. So it's a great book, and I'll even give away 2 books on your show if anybody wants to text Easyway to 55678. And
what's your book called?
It's called The Influence Effect. I'm actually in the middle of a tornado with everybody spinning around me, and we've created an influence effect around all these people.
Awesome. Well, since y'all did your plugs, it's my turn. You ready? I created some stuff too. So I created this really beautiful meditation healing sound bath CD. It's like it walks you through all of your chakras and helps you clear out old painful wounds and baggage and fill you up with spiritual light and balance you out, harmonize your body. And it's for sale on my website. It's $25, includes shipping, and I will mail it out to whoever is interested in healing themselves. And I also designed an angel guidance relationship deck. It's I'm working on figuring out how to sell that on my website, but this is the prototype. And so they're not tarot, they're not oracle cards, they're actually really beautiful cards that walk you through really important questions to ask yourself about your person, about your partnership, about your relationship, to listen to your inner voice and make your decisions on how to course your life with your partner. So it's a really cool deck. I'm excited to try to sell it when I need help with my branding and getting out there to sell.
May I help you with what you just did? I'd love to. I'll give you a little coaching session right now. So first and foremost, before you talked about the product, you should have said a case study and a couple of things, testimonials of people that have used the product and how the product works, and then go into, I'm going to give you a free product if you text into this, so you capture the information. And then all the people that didn't actually win the free product, you got all those leads that you can then reach out to them and give them a discount.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yep.
Well, it's time to wrap up the show, and I just want to thank you again.
I got one more treat for you. Hold on, real quick. You see this brain tap that's been sitting here the whole time?
What is it?
It's called brain tap. It's a way to de-stress you, lose weight. It have multiple MP3s. Dante's the doctor. She can talk about it, but I might be able to talk to them and see if they might be interested in sponsoring your show.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it. Actually, I had that at the very bottom of my list, was to see if anybody wanted to sponsor my show.
Well, you need to get on our distribution platform and get to millions of people, and I'm sure a lot of people will be coming at you to sponsor.
Okay, will do that.
If anyone needs some EMF resistant jewelry to help them to empower them, if they're noticing that they're getting migraines, if they're noticing that they're overheating when they're interacting with their cell phone, then go to DanteBella.com, or you can text Dante to 55678. And what we'll do is we'll give everyone from this show a 20% off discount to be able to get EMF resistant jewelry that will help you to keep your body balanced. Oh, and by the way, did you know that shungite not only protects from EMF and RF, it actually protects against viruses. So either way, it doesn't matter what you believe the coronavirus is, it will protect on both sides.
Why don't you give them a free product? I'll pay for it. I'll give them if they text that in, somebody
Text
can
that
win
in,
the free
and
product.
one person will win a free custom shungite necklace.
And then the others will get a 20% discount.
Let's say a stone of their choice. How about that? Even better.
What's that text again?
Text Dante to 55678.
And how do you spell Dante?
DANTE.
To 55678. So
That's
that means
right.
where the 2 number is, you put the number 55678. In the message, you put Dante.
Yes.
I would love one, and I'll help promote it for you.
Awesome. I would love that.
Got a necklace or whatever. So let's connect after this. And thank you again, everybody, for watching the show. Thank you, Dante and Eric, for sharing your love story and giving all your golden nuggets.
Virtually shake all your guys' hands. Make sure you reach out to us. And thank you so much, Mandelyn. This was awesome. We really, actually, you were the first show that actually spotlighted our relationship, spotlighted us as a power couple.
Yay!
Hey, by the way, love your hair change. You look gorgeous. Love.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
look so beautiful, and you are such a great host. I'm really impressed. You're like a Katie Couric.
I met her.
Really?
I told her about my mission. I gave her my business card. I got a picture with her. So that's really cool. But thank you all.
And what are you gonna do, Mandelyn? Right after this, you're gonna go to the easewaywall.com and go create your account, right?
Yes, I created it. I just need to spice it up.
Okay, spice it up. Got it.
Awesome.
All right, you guys. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Thanks so much.